Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Two and now on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to pass. Tua trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Right down, Nate.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Titans, nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there raining.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rudolph following the fumble recovery. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. But most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal.
28-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Check 53. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down. Akers down right around the 25.
Cam Akers.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Frank Clark there on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Big snap. Shit, watch the shit. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4.
They'll run here with Akers. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Akers. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
second and goal from the 1.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this time he is in. A.J. Dillon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Let him know. Let's go.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From midfield, here's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Check 53. Check 53. Mike 53.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Michael Ojemudia. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Ayuk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
For the point after.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Bears 10. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's Rudolph. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
At the Titans' 27-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to the air, Rudolph. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Oh, he fakes the spike. And it's caught. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Hines. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know, who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Tua. They go screen with Dillon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado.
Complete to
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on fourth.
53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike, 53.
Tua on fourth down. Finds his tight end Ingram. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears first down.
They run the counter. It's Hines. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Touchdown, Chicago! Nyheim Hines, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man right side is Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That is incomplete. A.J. Dillon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
You better be afraid of me. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike. 50 period. Come on, boy.
Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Akers. Number 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, Tua. That's complete to it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Tua. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big third down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the Bears first.
He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
The pass.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This from 55 yards out. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tennessee, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.